The stimulus has peaked. The stimulus peaked in the middle of this year.
The spending has peaked, has it?
The stimulus has peaked and begins to taper away over the course of the next 12 months. That's exactly the same that's happening with monetary policy now. Monetary policy in its expansionary setting has peaked and will taper back to neutral levels as the economy recovers.
I'm sure that'll be great.
So both fiscal policy and monetary... Well, I tell you what, you can't pay the mortgage without a job. And if we took your approach, there'd be tens of thousands of people without a job trying to pay their mortgage.
In New Zealand, they had a lower stimulus, and they've been able to keep interest rates low.
What's unemployment in New
Interest
Zealand
rates will remain low in New Zealand because the government didn't go and spend, and they don't have the debt that they're saddled with for the next 20 years.
Unemployment in New Zealand went from 5 to 6 in one jump. Tens of thousands of people in New Zealand lost their job. You're asking us to do the same thing here. It's not on.
One last issue, one close to your heart, Jason, in particular, the forgotten Australians, the apology for the 500,000 estimated Australians who were placed in state care between the 20s and the 1970s.
Yeah, this is a good thing and a really important thing, and I'm so glad that both sides of Parliament can come together on this. When I was selected as a candidate 2 years ago to run for Parliament, I met with a woman called Leonie Sheedy. And she told me the story of this young girl that had been separated from her family at the age of 3 and hadn't seen her brother again until she was turned 40. And all of the abuse and neglect that she suffered in an orphanage. At the age of 15, she was told to go out into the world and look after herself. That young girl was Leonie. She set up an organisation 10 years ago to support these people, and it led to a Senate inquiry that argued for an apology. Finally, this government and the opposition can come together and make sure that we deliver on that apology, and it's the start of helping to heal bad wounds that were caused to people over a long period of time.
There's something that the rest of us, I suppose, just take for granted when you come from a strong family,
well, Kieran,
to not have that sort of support.
Grab a photograph of yourself at the age of 2 and rip it up and throw it in the bin and see if you can do that, and you'll understand the trauma that young people go through without a family.
Yeah. I think that's right, and I commend Jason and all the other members of Parliament. Steve Irons yesterday gave an incredibly moving tribute and speech in the House. Steve himself was one of those who went through this process personally, so the support of Jason and other members right across it was one of those times in the Parliament when I think we can all feel particularly good about something we're doing. Where there are many other opportunities for us to feel like that, I know, but on this, commendations are deserved.
Absolutely. Steve Irons gave a great speech yesterday. Scott Morrison, Jason Clare, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Kieran.
Thanks, Kieran.
That's all for this edition of AM Agenda. David Spears will be along at 4:15 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, as always, this afternoon for PM Agenda. I'm Kieran Gilbert. Thanks for your company.